put your gloves on. Today, we're gonna deconstruct this shirt from a photo and see if we can recreate it. Come on. Hey y'all, welcome back to my channel. It's Vlogmas, and I got a custom order. This is a regular customer of mine, and I've done videos before on the custom orders that I've made for him, and I love that he trusts me to recreate or to follow his vision with what he wants. This is what I have from him. And it's his old shirt. It's one of his favorite shirts, and it was absconded by his child because as parents we know we never get to own anything because our kids will take it from us and then they won't own it and we can't have it back. Just saying. And so you can see it started life with sleeves and with a collar, and it's been adjusted. So we're going to remake this today for him. The design itself is very simple. The colors are going to be the challenge, because can I make those grays? And I'm pretty sure I can, just by diluting drastically some of the colors that I have. So let's put our gloves on. Let's do a custom order. Okay. All right, I'm looking at this picture, and it almost looks like we have some super, super, super light blue. So we've got this light blue here, which is like robin's egg. I've got that. We got this really hot pink, which is like dragon's blood. I got that. The yellow and the blue. Made a little bit of green in there. Okay, can't stop that. And then this is like a sunny yellow, and I have lemon yellow, so it's not going to be as bright, but it'll be. This is easy. This. So when we did our crinkle, this pink, we got a little smattering of it over here. We have got a wash of super, super, super light gray, and then we have this gray. So I've got to mix at least one custom color. At least one. And I've got 3 types of grays. I've got Stormy gray, blue gray, and mist gray. So that looks real close to me. That looks too dark. This is the blue gray. The blue gray and the stormy gray are really, really, really close. Almost exactly the same. So we're going to call this mist gray. So I'm going to have to dilute this mist gray. This is 2 teaspoons per cup of water. And this is an 8-ounce bottle. But I'm going to have to mix it to probably a quarter. I'm going to do a half a teaspoon in 1 cup. Yeah, I hear you, cooks. In 1 cup. To dilute this and make this basically just stain here. And then for this pink over here, and it just looks like a stain itself, I will do the dragon's blood. I will use the dragon's blood on this side and then dilute the crap out of it for this side. And we're just going to do splash. We're just going to throw it on there. Splash, splash. I might even like put it on a paintbrush and just splash it on there so I don't get too much, because it's just a touch. So I already have a half of dragon's blood mixed up, and I'm going to use not much of it. Really, not much of it at all. So I'm going to need I need more containers. I've got 1 extra container for custom colors. I've got one that's almost empty. I'll just sacrifice the color. But this is going to be our really diluted gray. And then I'm going to find another one. And we're going to dilute some dragon's blood. Okay. We can do this. We can do this. All right, so 1 cup of water, and I'm going to, oh, I need a towel. Okay. 1 cup of water for this. This used to be my old power berry, so there's some purple in there still, but I'm really not worried about it. And I need my mist gray. Do I have any? Yes. And I'm going to do about 1/2 teaspoon. So all I have is this teaspoon. I'm just gonna eyeball it. It's a custom color. It's okay because I'm probably not gonna use it again. So, about out. So that's about half. That's about half. Okay. Now remember, this 2 teaspoons per 8 ounces of water. We're mixing it at 1/4 strength because we just want a stain. That's all. Just a stain. Shoot, it might not even show up at all. But that's kind of what I want. Okay. All right. Now, put that back. There's full strength mist gray, which is very light in itself. And here is 1/4 strength. Oh, look at that. That's going to be perfect. That's going to be perfect. It is just going to be a stain. It's just going to make the shirt look dirty, probably. Oh, I'm excited. Okay. All right. I'm going to mix up some dragon fruit. I call it dragon blood all the time, but it's dragon fruit. Don't listen to me. I will put the correct name in the title. But this is also 2 teaspoons per cup, and I need just in that picture. I hear you. Yes, dear. I know. We're not going outside today. No. No. Not happening. So here we see it's pretty full strength, right? And we're fading over into this blue, making this purple, and the blue's coming over here. So we're only using those 3 colors. And that could be fuchsia red, but I'm going to go with the dragon fruit because it's hotter, and he does like hotter colors. But you see here, right? That is just a wee bit mixed in with that gray. So I'm going to mix this at 1/4 strength. 1/4 strength. In this bottle, and then I'm just going to use a paintbrush to dip in there and just kind of like dot it on the shirt, if that makes sense, because it's this, and I don't know if it's because the way it was, because we're going to crinkle it up this and then crinkle it together, did it bleed over into that? But it's not that strong, so I'm really overanalyzing this, honestly. But let's see what we can do. Hooks, dadgummit. So again, dragon fruit, not dragon blood. And instead of 1/2 strength, we are going 1/4 strength. Doing 1/2 teaspoon in a cup of water. Give it a good shake. What is her problem? God. Okay, here's dragon fruit, full strength. Here. Oh gosh, dragon fruit is so pretty. And here is 1/4 strength. So we look a lot alike, but when we thin it out, this has really got good saturation. So see where we thin it out? We are lighter. I think we did good. Okay, there we go. Okay, kids, let's crinkle a shirt. You ready? Okay, as always, this is a 100% cotton t-shirt. This one is an extra large. It has been soaking in a soda ash water solution for 20 minutes or more and spun out in the washing machine until damp. So let's look at the picture again. And we have a line here, and then we have a lot of crinkle here, and we have a lot of crinkle here. So the gist of the shirt, as far as our tying up, we need a good line here, and I want it to be straight. So I'm going to be using my yardstick, and I'm going to be using my washable marker. All right, so the color line starts here at the collar. So I want it to be consistent, so I'm going to measure it. So from here to the collar, and because, you know, let's see, that is about right there, and we're looking at about 8 inches. So we're gonna make a mark at 8 inches. And a mark at 8 inches. You can eyeball this. This is what I'm doing. I'm showing you my process. Okay, there we go. So now I've made lines down my shirt. And now what I'll do is I will put my yardstick, line it up down my lines to keep my line as straight as possible, because this is going to be my, just eyeballing it, right? So I have a point of reference. And I think I went over a little bit too far, quite a bit, so we're going to straighten it out. I have no idea what's going on with Cooks today. She's making all of us crazy. Okay, there's that. All right, here's my line, okay, and if you look at the shirt, you can see there are fold marks. So this isn't just a crinkle. This is a very loose, we're just following the line, right? Nothing, we're just doing this, right? To make this line, just to give us a guide, okay? Because there are fold marks. So I'm gonna put a rubber band here. I'm not gonna make it super tight. Okay. It's just a guide, because this is a real loose design, okay? All right, so there's that. So then we would have, here's where our gray would start. This is pretty easy. This is a crinkle on this side, okay? So we're gonna just loosely crinkle this. This straight up is a crinkle. Dadgummit. Been using these rubber bands for 3 years. Might be time to get new ones. that in. Okay, so here's our crinkle. Now on this side, although it's crinkle, it is very crisp lines. So we would do our blue here with a wee bit of crinkle, but our sleeve isn't crinkled hard. Does that make sense? Because I need to have yellow go here and down to about here. This is where I need all the yellow to be. So I want this crinkle to go in, and I'm only going to rubber band here. I'm going to leave this loose, but I'm going to do my rubber banding here. Okay. So here's my line, but I want some crinkle here. So I'm going to take the rubber band from here to here to hold that tight. Cooks, give it a rest. God, if she wasn't fixed, I'd swear she was in heat. And there's lost another rubber band. Good God. The struggle is real. Okay. All right, so you see how I pulled this over. Here's my line. I need another rubber band here. Processes. You are in the creative journey with me here. I'm gonna get her thyroid checked. Yellow, pink, crinkle. Okay, so I have this laid out on my workstation. I need to pull this over. This fits pretty good. So for this, so we're going to do our gray wash here. I am going to splash in. I'm not convinced by this picture. See this? That there's not some washed out robin's egg in there too. So we're going to do, here's our line. So we're going to keep the gray over here with a smattering of the mist gray and that super light pink, and then a stripe of blue here, yellow here, and then we're gonna splatter some dragon fruit on there. I'm gonna get a paintbrush. Okay, so you see what I'm doing? I'm pouring this tiny bit of water in here, and I'm going to put the robin's egg blue in this water because I'm going to make a tent. Tent, T-I-N-T, not a sleeping tent. So half and half here. Ooh, we got a lot of A lot of concoctions going on here. All right, I need some water to rinse with. Okay. Are we ready? Are we ready? We have done so much. Are we ready? Okay. Here's what we're using. These are all natural fiber procion dyes. They have been mixed to the manufacturer's specifications unless we're doing a custom color. We're using robin's egg, dragonfruit, mist gray, lemon yellow, and then we have mixed up a tint of color by diluting the robin's egg, by diluting the dragonfruit, and by diluting the mist gray. Okay? Here we go. No turning back now, guys, okay? You ready? I keep referring to this picture over and over and over. I just want to get it right. Alright, so we're going to do from this line, mist the diluted, the 1/4 mix of the mist gray that we did. We're going to go with our lightest color first. We're working on this side first. And see, there we go. That is just very much just a tint of color. So let's get that on there. Good. There's not a lot of white in here, so I'm going to go pretty heavy in here. I kind of like this. Real subtle. Real subtle. We're going for full saturation, but I've got more color to add on here too, so. But this is the basis of our, it almost looks like a dirty shirt. Okay, so there's that. And then we've got this little bit of blue and diluted pink in here. So I'm taking this paintbrush. I'm going to dip it into this blue because I don't know how else to get it in there because I don't have any control. And I'm going to paint it on. See that? We're just going to paint it in there. Just in certain places. We're just adding a little bit. And then I'm going to rinse this out. And I'm going to do the same thing with that diluted dragon fruit that I have in this bottle here. I'm just going to dilute that. And I'm going to get this paintbrush. And I'm just going to, like this, like so. Like Tabitha Brown, like this, like so. I love her so much. Okay. So there's that. Then, I'm probably overthinking this, to be honest. Now we got to add some of this mist gray in there, right? So we've got all this done. We've got to add some mist gray on these peaks, but not a lot. It's really not a lot. So it's, here's the full strength mist gray, and it might not be dark enough. Well, here we go. Here we go. Okay. Now, that's this side. Now here we've got our robin's egg blue. We've got our yellow, and then we've got some dragon fruit here. So I'm going to start with the robin's egg because they do bleed together. The robin's egg and the yellow are lighter than the dragon fruit because I'm going to add the dragon fruit last. So here's my dragon fruit. And we're going to go here. We're just going to make a stripe right here along this gather. There we go. And then we're going to do some yellow over here. All of this for sure, because this is my sleeve and this is the bottom of my shirt. So we're going to really concentrate out here. Get this good and saturated here. And we might bring it around and run a stripe there because we got that wee bit of green. And now I'm going to do my dragon fruit here. Okay. This is close. This is close. Now we're going to turn it over and see what's going on the other side. Let me wash my hands. Okay. Oh. No. Hang on. Making a mess. Let me wipe. Oh. Okay. Let's scrunch that back up. I think that's very well saturated. We'll just leave that alone. And we'll work over here. Alright. Can we still see? I moved it. Okay. We're going to work here. Here. We're going to leave the yellow alone. I'm going to do some more of the dragon, or the robin's egg here. Just to get it even on this side. Here we go. And then a little more of the dragon fruit here, and then I'm leaving it be. We're just going to leave it alone, okay? And then over here we're going to repeat. I'm going to go with the diluted mist gray here. Pretty liberal. I'm going to get her thyroid checked. And then I clean my brush, and we're going to use some of this blue tint over here like this. Just around. Okay. It may show up, it may not. Let's clean this out. Clean our brush out. We're just repeating the steps that we did on the other side. And then I have this. I'm going to have to use this tint on another shirt somehow, so I don't waste it. And I'm just brushing it on there like that. Like that. Done. Done. And now we're going to take the full strength mist gray. Don't you fall over. And, you know, go all around. Because we're hoping for some dark in here. And it might... I'm not convinced that this is going to be dark enough. I'm really not. Because the colors... like the brightness washes out. You know what? Since we're just doing process, let's back it up a second. And I'm going to do some Stormy gray. Just spots of it. Like that. Changing my mind. This is how I roll. This is how I roll. And I'm just going to lift it up. And do it on this side. Just bink, bink, bink. Spots. Okay, that's it. Okay, here's the beauty. Because this is a procion dye. Because this is made by Dharma Trading. The urea is already in this, which keeps the material wet, which lets the dye adhere to the shirt. So we don't have to bag this. I don't want to bag this, right? So what I'm going to do is put out some parchment paper, lay it on the parchment paper, put some parchment paper over the top so Cooks doesn't walk across it, and that's what we're going to do for 24 hours. Beautiful. I got a little bit of gray over here, but that's okay because it's on the bottom of the shirt. And I'm going to bunch that back up like that. I'm going to move that back up. See, I've got control of now not letting it touch. And then, just to Cooks proof it, there we go. All right. See you in 24 hours. Here it is. I'm so excited. I'm so excited. Look, it's almost exactly the same. My colors are a little off. This blue is a little lighter. It's okay. He likes it. He thinks it's awesome. Look. So we did here's our line. I'm gonna post a picture again. So here's where we did this fan fold, followed this line here so we would have this nice little pattern like in the original. And then here's our crinkle. Let me bring you guys in so you can see this. I'm just so excited. Okay, so here's where we did our fan fold, right? And then here is where we did that diluted gray in the crinkle. And then here's the full strength gray that we did. And here on the last minute I threw that Stormy gray, just those spots in there, Stormy gray. And look where the pink showed up off the paintbrush. Look where the blue showed up a little bit off the paintbrush. Oh! And then just like in the picture, this blue fades over into this yellow, so we got this little bit of green here. And then we have this hot dragon fruit here that kind of dispersed out a little bit and made some orange. When I rinsed it out, I was like, oh my god, I did it! I did it! I was so excited. So I texted him and he's like, yes, I love it. It's like, score! Oh, this was so much fun. So much fun. And I drug you along in my process of looking at the picture and testing colors so you can see actually what goes on when you're trying to make some tie-dye. Like it's not just doing a spiral and throwing some dye on. It is that. And then it's just times where you really gotta think through it and follow that process, and it's so much fun. It's so much fun. Hey, if you like these kind of videos, please like and subscribe. I'll make sure that I put this in a playlist so it's easier for you to find. Plus, I'm gonna pop it over into Vlogmas too, because hey, it's Vlogmas. Thanks for watching, thanks for hanging out. And remember, be peaceful, be kind, it's important. Have some fun, make something today. You never know, you might like it. Talk to you soon.